Hello, this is Matthew Morgan making this YouTube video, even though I haven't made none in a while. But I don't know who watches it and who does not. But I can only say what I can say, and after that, what you feel is what you feel. If I say something that's a bit too much, my bad, sorry, but the truth needed to be said the way it needed to be said for 2,000 years, which no one was willing to do, and all the people that were willing to do it got outcast or got murdered. So, if y'all can't handle the truth, I am sorry, but this channel is strictly truth, nothing more and nothing less. So, like I said, I don't support gender bashing. I don't support racism. I don't support inequality. I don't support none of that. So if you are gay, you are a brother or a sister to me. I do love you. And so does God. If you are transgender, I do love you. And so does God. If you're anything other than straight, I love you as family and as a human being, and you do have value and worth, and that's the same way God sees you and Jesus, and they don't hold it against you if you live the way you live. It's only human. Everyone has their dark path, everyone has their light path. Some people chose the darkness. That don't mean they're a bad person, they just chose a certain way of living that most people don't agree with, but everyone has that way of living someone don't agree with. So, yeah. So if you're a white person, I love you. If you're my race, which is African American, I love you. If you're anything outside of my race, I love you. If you're rich, I love you. If you're poor, I love you. If you're middle class, I love you, man. Gotta start showing more love to people on this earth. There's too much darkness, man. Replace it with some light. For real, that's just plain weird. Anyway, back to the point I was making. So, oh yeah, and I have to say this just so it's understood, racism and hate are taught. It's not embedded in you. Because if someone don't teach you how to hate, you won't know how to do it and you won't see a reason to. Like I'm gonna say again, if you put a black baby in the same room as a white baby, they don't see the skin color. They just see two humans who wanna be close to each other and play around. You put a redneck and an old Negro in the room and have them teach them babies life, they will come back hating each other. So hate's taught, it's not in you, it's taught. So it needs to be untaught so people can help each other and survive in this life. Because whether you're white, black, you're gay, straight, rich, poor, whatever, everyone at some point in life needs someone's help to get through life. So you better learn how to start loving each other, or this world will never get any better. I'm just saying. Anyway, um, what I wanted to say, because I hear a lot of old school and a lot of church people saying that God sending all these young people that die to hell. That is not true. And if they are in hell, it's because of their own life decisions took them there. But God did not take no one off this earth to put them in hell. If anything, most of them are up in what's called the Garden of Eden, which is where the spirit stays until it passes through the gates, or either one of two things. One, you have to learn how to forgive your life, and that's what the Garden of Eden's for in the heavens, and that's supposed to help you conquer your issues and deal with them. Or two, your body's in the ground and it has to break down before you can pass through the gates, because if you have a connection to the earth, then you can't pass through unless your body decomposes back to the earth. So yeah, but my main point is, stop saying that all these young people that are passing away are going to hell. No, they are not. And if they are, that's something they have to battle. All y'all old heads always saying all these young people are dying, going straight to hell. That's not true. A lot of them that passed away, I'm pretty sure, have went to the heavens, because God don't send no one to hell. He gives people that option to send themselves to hell or deem themselves worthy to go to heaven. And a lot of the same people you would think are in hell are actually in heaven. A lot of the same people you think were in heaven are actually in hell. Just so you understand that. So I'm just letting it be understood that all this stuff talking about all these young people are going to hell, all these young people are going to hell. No, if God says something about it, they're not. But if they choose that route, that's the route they choose. That don't mean God's sending them there. All these young people killing each other. God's allowing them to die so they can go to hell. That's not even close to true. If they pass away, they have to deal with whatever they did on earth in their judgment day. And God asks them, do they think they're worthy to go to heaven? Can they forgive all that they did on this earth? And can they forgive the people that did it to them? And if they can, if they can't, it all depends on where they go. But they are not going to know hell unless they choose to go. And God ain't the one sending them there. Just so that's understood. So, yeah. Anyway, just to correct that. And technically, you can't say where someone is or ain't going because none of y'all ever been to the afterlife to know how the whole heaven-hell situation even works. So you can't tell someone they're going to somewhere and you don't even know what hell really looks like, where heaven, you don't know what hell looks like, you don't know what heaven looks like, you've never been to hell, you never been to heaven, none of y'all ever seen God, so you can't say someone's going somewhere that you never been. And thing is, people assume that hell is just a spiritual place and heaven's just a spiritual place. It's not. Heaven and hell are physical places too. Heaven is just a sense of peace and happiness and tranquility, which you can have on earth. Hell is just a state of constant suffering with no end, which you can have on earth. Heaven and hell are spiritual places, but they're also physical. So you can have a life of straight hell on earth, but then pass and have a heavenly afterlife. You can have a peaceful life on earth and pass and go to hell, because you never know why them lifestyles are made the way they're made, so you don't know. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you're not God and you don't know someone's heart, stop trying to judge people and tell them where they're going when they pass, because you don't even know where you're going when you pass away. So how can you tell someone else where they're going if you don't even know where you're going? Like I said, ain't none of y'all ever been to the afterlife. None of y'all know how the whole heaven hell thing works. So you can't sit there and say someone's going to a certain place just because a book tells you. Can I ask, has the Bible been to heaven or hell? So how can the Bible tell you how the afterlife works, especially if the Bible's never been to heaven or hell? You and your Bible ain't never been there, so how can you or your Bible tell someone where they are or ain't going based off of what you think you know? The answer is you don't, so let it go. All right, I'm out.